the line. I'd like to thank you very much for your time and good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Sina. How are you?
I am doing. I hope you're doing well too.
It's good. How is Nancy and everyone?
We are all fine.
Thank God. It's been a while, yeah.
Yes, yes,
Good
it has
morning,
been a while.
Alaji.
It has been a while. Let's start first by asking, because I'm sure you've gone through some of the things that this special audit committee has found.
Yeah.
Are they surprising to you?
Yeah, quite surprising. Because for such an alleged illegal scheme to operate for 5 years, one will ask, how did it happen? Where are the supervisory safety nets? Does it mean that this guy was actually operating on his own? I mean, that is difficult to believe. So I believe that it is the details of whatever must have been found out of the investigation, which was at the instance of the minister, would have informed the need to actually have a temporary closure in order to get to the details of this, of this issue. And maybe for the purpose of our listeners, suffice to just say that the guy was operating a scheme where between 29 to about $60 was being charged for visa and passport services. Of course, obviously, this was not an act that was approved by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Neither was it approved by Parliament of Ghana. So that is a clear violation of the Fees and Charges Act, which we have. But as to how such a scheme can run for 5 years will build everybody's imagination. And that suggests that it was probably a network that was being run. And that is why we might have to look beyond this individual who is even reported to be a local staff. So meaning he must have been recruited, in Washington there. And we now understand that the embassy has been temporarily closed. All the staff have been recalled. I want to believe that some further investigation will take place in order to unravel the extent of complicity of all the staff at the embassy. And probably we should wait and see what is going to happen after that. But I think that the minister's decision is quite welcome. Well, some are opposing it, saying that, it's going to be an embarrassment. But whatever it is, I want to believe that the information that might be at the disposal of the minister or government for that matter is not known to the public yet. So whatever measures that are being, deployed to address the matter must be respected in a way. Let's wait in the coming days to see whatever details that will come out. And I want to believe that Ghanaians living outside somehow have complained about the embassy in the US, sometimes even in the UK. And we need to give the benefit of the doubt to the minister in order to get additional information, and that will advise the way forward.
Very interesting. And the word I think the phrase I wrote down was supervisory safety nets.
Yeah.
What do you mean when you say that?
Well, definitely whatever systems that you have in place, one, who approved of that system? What due diligence was conducted before the system was approved? So that one would know the extent to which the hierarchy of the embassy, and even to some extent the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Ghana here, approve of that system. So that it must be clear that there was some due diligence conducted before approval was given for the system to operate. But I simply cannot imagine that this young man, on his own, using his IT expertise, was able to introduce such a link into the system of the embassy, such that charges are being slapped on applicants, and then those charges are wired to a private account. I mean, it's difficult to to imagine. And then secondly, how often are these networks being checked to ensure that yes, it is security. It has enough security guarantees. It has enough security proof to ensure that whatever is being done is in line with whatever was approved. And that is the extent to which that I even want to believe that the whole saga goes beyond one individual. And I believe that it is in that context that the entire staff are being, asked to come home. I want to believe that there's going to be maybe some further investigations in order to unravel the extent to which other staff are aware of this scheme. I believe strongly that it is beyond that, it is beyond one individual.
I see. But if you read the Honorable Minister's post, he says that this guy said, I did this and the proceeds went entirely to me. Is that not enough to have said, okay, the rest of the staff did nothing wrong?
Well, but at least somehow there's some supervisory levels that we should expect within the embassy. So are we saying that this guy runs the IT section alone? And when applications are submitted to the embassy, you are directed to submit the application to the Ghana travel consultants. So this suggests a registered company. So are we saying that this company was registered unknown to authorities at the embassy? Well, if that is the case, then there's some level of negligence on their part. And I want to believe that there have been instances where individuals have even reported, bad services to the embassy. How come the action has not been taken to investigate and maybe take further action? I overheard one of the staff there, granting radio interview, and like you're saying, it's like they want to push everything to just one individual. But I just have difficulties agreeing that just one individual has full control over IT system, and that nobody else has knowledge of whatever he does there. Then it means that nobody is supervising his work, and that is difficult to believe. And to the extent that such a scheme had run for 5 years, then that is certainly difficult to be just a one man show. And I want to also believe that if it were one man show, the minister will not close down the embassy, recall staff, and then ask them to come home probably for further investigation. So certainly I think there's still more for us to be told. And we just have to allow some time, allow the ministry to do further investigation, and then maybe we can ask more questions as to the full details of how the whole scheme was deployed and how it was operated for 5 years.
Well, Alaji, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, all the best. Good day.
Alaji Aminu Shittu is a retired peacekeeping officer, lecturer, adjunct lecturer at Chelsea University. Join us on the line. Very interesting.